Nile Gardiner, Sebastian Gorka, Fox Business National Security Analyst. Thank you both for being with us. And let me start now with you. Apparently a no confidence vote to be taken against Margaret, I nearly said Margaret Thatcher, Theresa May. She is certainly no Margaret Thatcher. I think you would agree. She has really screwed it up. Brexit, I mean. What do you think?
Well, I agree absolutely, Lou, that Theresa May is no Margaret Thatcher. Her handling of the negotiations with the European Union have been absolutely disastrous. They have been weak-kneed, nothing short of a surrender to the EU, to the mandarins in Brussels, concession after concession after concession.
Does this kill Brexit?
No, I don't think it kills Brexit. What it means is that now her proposed Brexit deal, there's no chance of it getting through the House of Commons. This doesn't actually kill Brexit. Brexit's going to go ahead as planned on March 29th, 2019. But I think we're heading for a no-deal Brexit, whereby there is a hard exit for the United Kingdom. Britain simply reverts to World Trade Organization rules in terms of dealing with the European Union. So Brexit is going to it's going to go ahead.
Well, let me turn to you, Dr. Gorka. What does this mean for the United States? Niall's talking about a hard landing. I think it's hard. I'm not sure it's a landing. And the EU is treating the UK basically like an enemy state. Your thoughts?
No, absolutely. I agree with Niall. So this is the absolute abject failure. This is the swamp in action. The British people made a choice 2 years ago. In the last 2 years, Theresa May and the elite have utterly failed to implement the will of the British people. They think that you can stop the national sovereignty of a nation simply by meeting behind closed doors. The mere fact alone, this vote of no confidence, we're almost at the threshold number of 48 letters to create that vote of no confidence. This was predicated on the fact that Theresa May's government last week tried to hide the so-called legal reasoning for why they're creating this non-Brexit, non-exit Brexit.
Because the establishment in the UK does not want Brexit. They're trying to stop this cold, and we're a long way from watching the UK actually withdraw from the EU. And what Theresa May's actions have been, she may be a completely loathsome and incompetent leader, but she has served her establishment masters well. Let's turn to Huawei and their chief financial officer getting out on $7.5 million bail, and she didn't have to put up her husband or children as she had offered to do to win her freedom. Your thoughts, Niall, on what is transpiring with China and the United States?
Well, I think it's very important that the United States enforces, the Iran sanctions laws, and any companies that are in violation of these sanctions must be held to account, and their senior officials must be held to account. I think that any corporate entity on the world stage that is helping to facilitate Iran's activities, I think the United States must act against those entities here.